Son of a bitch.
Hey guys, it's Brooke. Thanks for stopping by because today we are talking about something different. We're not talking about writing, we're talking about movies! I had originally started my channel wanting to talk about both writing and movies, and I haven't really talked about movies yet. Recently I found a tag on Cortagonist's channel called the Movie Tag. I thought a video like that would be the perfect way to go ahead and start talking about movies on my channel because that is something I really want to do. So I will go ahead and link Cortagonist's video down below so that way you can see what her answers were to the questions, and now I am about to show you mine. Question number 1 is, what was the first movie you remember seeing as a kid? I was born in 1990, so that was like the perfect time to be alive because they had all of the awesome Disney movies back in the 90s that were made. So I think my first movie experience I remember was seeing The Lion King in theaters. I don't remember the first time I saw it in theaters, but we did go see it again a second time in theaters, and the second time we went, the scene where Mufasa had just been trampled by the wildebeest, Simba goes down to search for him and he's calling out, "Dad! Dad!" And I had already seen it and I had known that was coming, I guess, because out in the middle of the theater I just started yelling, "Dad! Dad!" Even though my dad's right next to me, I guess I was just kind of saying what Simba was saying and stuff like that. And so I remember lots of people kind of laughing that I kept going, "Dad! Dad!" I just thought that was kind of a cute moment of little Brooke to have a nice, cute Disney moment to remember. But yeah, Lion King, oh, such a good one. I'm so proud that that's my first movie that I remember going to see. Question number 2 is teenage crush. What actor did you have a crush on? I was all about the High School Musicals and stuff whenever I was younger. I was all about Zac Efron. I was all about Robert Pattinson. I had a picture of Robert Pattinson actually on my nightstand, and it was kind of like really stupid that he was like always on my nightstand in this frame, but that's what I did. I had him there. I also had a big thing for Jeremy Sumpter. He was the guy that played Peter Pan in the live action Peter Pan movie. He was like, I just like had the biggest crush on him. He was so cute and adorable, and I still have a crush on him to this day.
It's like, Peter, just take me to Neverland, I'll go with you.
Question number 3, bad choices, good outcomes. A movie you watched and enjoyed even though you wanted to hate it. So I really hated The Great Gatsby book whenever I was forced to read it in high school. I mean, I couldn't finish reading that book. I did finish reading that book because it was for a big, huge project. And so I pretty much was forced to read that in high school. I did not want to read it. I hated that book. It was so boring, so bleh. I did not care about anybody in the book at all. I did not care about the characters. I know people are hating me. I know Kim Chance loves that book. I'm sorry, Kim. I hate it. I can't take it. I also watched the movie Robert Redford whenever I was in high school because I was like, maybe the movie will give better clarity as to why everyone thinks this is so great. And even that movie sucked. It was all so boring. I just did not care. And then whenever it was The Great Gatsby remake with Leo DiCaprio and Carey Mulligan, I was just like, you know what? I guess I'll go see it because I love me some Leo, and it looked so beautiful to where I was like, well, at least I could enjoy the setting and all of the beauty that is in the 1920s during that time. And I ended up loving it. I love that. I own it now. It just really, for some reason, just made me fall in love with it. I don't know why it took me so long. Now I really kind of have more of an appreciation for The Great Gatsby, but definitely so much more for the movie than the book and the older movie. I don't like those. I love the new one. I know the flashiness of it all, I guess, got me, and the beauty that is Leo's face got me as well. Question number 4, first date. When you went on a first date, what movie did you see? I actually have a really cute memory with this. It was an okay movie. It was the remake of Bad News Bears. I think it came out in like 2005? I think 2005. The original Bad News Bears was so much better. I really like that version of that movie. My dad and I used to watch that a lot when I was younger. But the remake was okay. It was with Billy Bob Thornton. It was okay. It was fine to watch. But that was a first date I had with this guy who was a senior and I was a freshman, and I had never been kissed before, and I was like, oh, I'm so cool. I'm going out with a senior. And that was actually the movie I had my first kiss in. I had never been kissed before, and so it's like at the very end of the movie, They win the game, I guess, I think. The cool dude in the movie is like talking to the cute girl and he kisses her. And the guy that I was on my date with, he leans over to me. He was like, he says, how about I get one of those? And I was just like, okay. And then we kissed. And that's my first kiss. So corny. But yeah, that was my first date movie and my first kiss moment, I guess. So anyway, there's that. Number 5, home comforts. What movie reminds you of a time with your family? I have several. Me and my family are very big into movies. My dad is actually a videographer, so he's very big into movies and video work and editing, and so I've always just grown up really appreciating movies because of my dad's profession. So we always watched movies whenever I was growing up. A big one that I always just think of with my family is A League of Their Own. We always watch that in the car whenever we're doing a road trip.
There's no crying in baseball!
And besides that one, also Star Wars, Indiana Jones, we always watch those movies together as a family. Me and my brother, whenever I was like a preteen, and then me and him, whenever we were home alone while my parents were out doing work in the summer times, we would always watch Hot Rod, She's the Man, what's another one? The Wedding Singer. We watched those all the time whenever we were younger. So now it's like me. Oh, and School of Rock. School of Rock we did too. And so now all the time, JJ's my brother. JJ and I will always just quote lines from these certain movies that we would always watch like almost every single day in the summer together. Number 6 is first heartbreak. What movie upset you way more than you thought it would? The Green Mile. I know it's a sad movie, but like the beginning parts of it are kind of more happy-ishness and stuff. It's just kind of more like the day in the life routine of these police security guards on the death row section in the prison. But it was just kind of more a different tone than how the end was and how other scenes were. And so for some reason I just wasn't expecting to sob my heart out in that movie. Number 7, Leaving Home. What was the first movie that you remember watching without your family? And I really don't remember. I'm sure I was probably starting to be into my teenage years whenever I had gone like by myself with friends to the movie theater, but I really can't remember what movie it was. It was most likely some type of scary movie because it's always fun to see a scary movie without your parents around because it just was something that you did as a kid at that age. But yeah, I don't remember the movie. Question number 8, what movie do you watch the most and why? I probably have a lot of movies that I watch a lot, but I feel like the more I get older, the more I don't just sit down to watch a movie. I feel like I'm more productive doing other things rather than just watching movies. I actually watch more TV shows than I would movies, so this is kind of harder for me to decide, but I'm gonna have to go with It's Complicated, which is a Nancy Meyers movie and stars Meryl Streep, Alec Baldwin, and Steve Martin. And it's just like the cutest and funnest watch ever. I love that movie. Me and my mom will watch that all the time. Number 9, learn a language. What is your fave non-English speaking movie? I don't have one. Probably Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I really liked that, and that's really the only one I can think of that has subtitles and is non-English speaking and stuff. But yeah, it was a really good movie. I've seen it once. I liked it. I don't know if it would be my favorite one or not. I'm sure there's other ones out there I would probably like if I took the time to go see them. Number 10, Can't Leave the Sofa. What series on TV got you hooked? Most recently, I was addicted to American Vandal. Did you guys see that? Oh my gosh, I loved it. That was a really funny show. I loved that. I binged that whole thing in a day. I hadn't done that in a long time. And the 3 other shows that I've really just like would binge all the time as soon as I got home from work, I would just sit and watch these constantly. These 3 are Breaking Bad, Lost, and Gilmore Girls. Those are definitely my binge-worthy watching shows. Number 11, Sick Day. What movie do you watch if you're not feeling good and you want to be cheered up? The last time I was sick, I watched 2 movies, and it was Sound of Music and The Princess Bride. And those are just very much just make me so happy, cheerful movies that definitely got me feeling in better spirits. Number 12, looking to the future. What movies are you looking forward to seeing? Definitely The Last Jedi. Oh my gosh, I love Star Wars and this one just looks epic. I'm very much trying not to watch the trailers over and over, even though I so desperately want to. They haven't had any trailers for this movie, but I am excited for the new Haunted Mansion movie. It's going to be starring Ryan Gosling, and it's going to be directed by Benicio del Toro, the guy that did Pan's Labyrinth and Crimson Peak. I really am excited to see what he will do with imagery and a storyline revolving around the Haunted Mansion, which is based off of the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney. And they had done that Haunted Mansion movie a long time ago with Eddie Murphy. I liked it as a kid. That movie seems to get lots of hate. I liked it as a kid. I haven't seen it in a couple years, so I do wonder if I wouldn't like it as much now that I'm older. Well, I'll try and give it a watch eventually to see like if it still lives up to my hype in my head. Number 13, If Only. What movie would you want to see remade? I really don't like remakes. I don't know why Hollywood keeps doing them. I do, however, like what they're doing with all of the Disney Renaissance movies, where they just had done Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast and The Jungle Book. I really have been enjoying what they're doing with kind of adapting animation into a live action version of those movies. So that's been a lot of fun. I do like those. So I will say that I'm excited for Aladdin, and if they're doing The Little Mermaid, I'm excited for that too as well. Number 14, End of the Road. What 3 movies do you think you'll always enjoy watching? I will definitely have to freaking say Titanic, because that is my favorite movie of all time. I don't think that there will be any movie that will top that, because that is just the most epically beautiful, amazing movie ever. And then Hook is definitely a movie that I just adore. It's definitely a nostalgic movie because I just grew up with that movie as a kid, and I love the whole Peter Pan stories, and I love how Robin Williams is in this kind of after what happens after Peter leaves Neverland type of story. I love Hook. Rufio, Rufio! And of course, it's complicated. I will never not enjoy watching It's Complicated. Meryl Streep is just adorable, and Steve Martin is great in that, and Alec Baldwin is just always making my cheeks hurt from just laughing at how funny he is in that movie. Okay, so that was the movie tag. That was a lot of fun to do. I love talking about movies, so that was the perfect way to kickstart talking more about movies in the future on my channel. If you feel like chit-chatting outside of YouTube, you can follow me on my social media accounts. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. If you liked what you saw today, feel free to subscribe. You can also click the little bell icon as well, so that way you're always notified on when I post new videos. And thank you all so much for watching today. I hope to see you all next time.